Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are doing great. Students, just wanted to tell you all that now rainy season have started and the climate will change. So you have to take now utmost care of yourself and of your family also, of your parents also. Okay children? So take care because the climate will be changing. Okay, so now let's continue with the topic. In the last video children, we have completed till practice set 2.2 and I hope you all have understood. Okay, the concept is clear till 2.2. As I have already said that if you have any doubt you can message me. Clear children? And so I think so the things are very clear. If you have doubt you can message me. Now let's proceed further children. So let us see the next topic, what is there in the chapter. Now the topic is there, it is to draw a line parallel to the given line. So what is the next topic, what we have to do? We have to draw a line parallel to a given line. So one line will be given children, and in response to this line we need to draw, corresponding to this line we have to draw one parallel line, and this topic is very easy. So there are two methods. First is we are going to draw a parallel line by using set square, and second one will be we will be using directly when measurement is given without the set square. Okay children? Now first thing, everyone should have the geometrical box children. As now since we require in your geometrical compass you must have seen that you have two this type of, okay children, two this type of set square is there, right children? So this type of two set square, so this you require for this construction. You have already scale, pencil and all this what we say protector and everything, right, in the geometrical box. But the important thing what we require is this this 90-degree set square. Okay, now suppose how are we going to use this set square and how are we going to draw the parallel line to a given line? Let me explain with an example. Suppose I am drawing one line. Okay children, suppose I am drawing one line. Say for example I have drawn this line L. Okay children, this is my line L. Now to draw a line parallel to a given line through a point. Now here the question will complete here. Through a point outside the given line. Okay children, given line. Now here somewhere, say for example we have drawn this line L and there is one point, say for example here is a point X. Okay, now to this point we have to draw a parallel line. Okay children, so this is the first type of construction, this type of one, to draw a parallel line to a given line through a point outside the line. So this point is outside the line and through this point X we have to draw a parallel line. Now what are we going to do? See, this topic is very simple. If you keep your scale and directly also you can draw, but then I'm still how we can use the set square and draw this parallel line that I am showing. Now what are you going to do children? You have this type of set square, right? So first this set square which is this, okay, this set square you are going to place in such a way that its base is parallel to the, okay, it is on the line L, and then here you are going to properly arrange the set square so that this point is touching the one set square. Now the second set square you will take children, and then you are going to place it this way. Okay children, see the how are we going to place the two set square, how I have placed, you will, okay. Now see children, this keeping one set square fixed, you are not going to move this set square. See, this set square you can move, okay. At any point you can draw a parallel line. Suppose if I want a parallel line at this distance, so I can draw a parallel line, say for example, okay, light I am drawing. Here also I will get a line. If I remove, I will get the parallel line. But now the question is, we want the parallel line at the point where children, at the point X. So you are shifting this set square where you are taking it up till the point X, and then you are holding there. You are taking the scale and then you are drawing the parallel line like this way. Okay, and then children you are removing this, and then with the scale children what you will do, with the scale you will extend this line. Okay, so you are extending this line, and then children you can give a name to this line. Say for example if I give the name as M, then I can say that line M is parallel to line L. Okay children, So this is as simple. First thing, whatever line is given you are drawing. Then your second step, children, you are arranging the two set square. Okay, you are arranging the two set square properly, as I have shown how to arrange this two set square, and with the help of the other set square, which is one set square you are keeping fixed, the other one you are moving it about here and there, but then you want at the point x, so you are pushing it till up till x, and there you are drawing the parallel line. Afterwards you are removing, and then you are extending on the both side, and that is completed. Okay children. Now students, let us see the second type of construction. Now the second type is as follows: to draw a parallel line to a given line at a given distance. Now here children, you will be given one distance, and at that particular distance you are supposed to draw a parallel line. Now here we are not going to use the set square because we have to draw without set square now here. So to draw a line parallel to a given line at a given distance. Now suppose this type of question will come. Say for example, I have written one question: draw a line L, draw a line M which is parallel to line L at a distance of 3 cm from it. Okay children, so this is a question. So first draw a line L, that means we are going to draw one line L. Suppose I have drawn this line. Okay, this is my line L. Now keep in mind, since distance is given, okay, the second step, what are you going to do? You will take any 2 points on this line. Say for example, I am taking 2 points M, and here I am taking the point N. 2 points on the, okay, you can take any other name also, you can use any letters. Now 2 points we are taking on this line, and then through these points you are drawing a perpendicular. Okay, 2 perpendiculars you will be drawing, and both this point. Okay, now we have drawn the perpendicular, okay, to line. So draw perpendiculars to line, okay, at which points? M and N. Now on this perpendicular line take 2 points. Okay, on this perpendicular lines children, you will take 2 points. Okay, now you can take any 2 points, but since we want at the distance 3 cm, so on this perpendicular line we will take 2 points which is at the distance of 3 cm. So we will measure, this is what, okay children, 3 cm. Okay, so somewhere here, okay children, here also, so we are measuring 3 cm. Now suppose I am taking these 2 points as S, and here I am writing the point as T. Now through these ST children, then what I will be doing? We will be drawing a line parallel. Okay children, this is a parallel line we are drawing, and then we are naming this line as M. So children, this line, okay children, this line M what we have constructed is the required line. Therefore we can write line M is parallel to line L at a distance of 3 cm. Okay, at a distance of 3 cm, okay, from it. All right, so I hope children you have, this is a second type of construction where a given distance will be given. Now here see children, I have used this letter names, you can use any other name, but only be careful with the line. We have to draw a line L and a line M, so L and M, that should be according to the question. Rest everything you can use as per here. So here what we have done, first we have drawn one line, then we have taken 2 points on the line, we have drawn a perpendiculars on these 2 points, and then the next step we have taken whatever distance is given. Suppose you have 4 cm, then these 2 points will be at 4 cm, and then you are drawing a line, okay, with the help of scale, and that will be the parallel line. Now student, let's start with practice set 2.3. Now the first question is, let me read the question children. See the question, first question is, draw a line L, take a point A outside the line, through point A draw a line parallel to the given line. So this is what type? Here distance is not given children, so this is the first type of construction, right, which with the help of the set square. Same way children, second one also, draw a line L, take a point T outside the line. Here you are taking the point A, here you are taking the point T, through the point T draw a line parallel to the line. Okay, so now let us see here. Okay, first let us see the question what it is. Draw a line L, and here, so first you are drawing a line. Say for example, we are drawing a line here. Now we have drawn one line L, okay, name the line as L. Take a point A Okay, you are taking the point A outside it, and then children, with the help of the set square, same method, you are placing the set square. Okay, you have to place the set square properly, both the set square, and then you are keeping one set square fix. Okay children, see I have placed one set, this second set square I am placing over here, and then keeping this one set square fix, second one set square you can move like this way. So at wherever point you want, you can draw the parallel line. Now here we want at the point A, so you are shifting like this way properly, and then you are drawing the parallel line. Okay, then remove this, and with the scale you are going to extend this line. And children, this is the required what line. Okay, through A we have drawn the parallel line. You can name this line as M or any line. So we can write line M is parallel to line L. Okay, line M is parallel to line L through the point, given point A, through the given point A. Now first one I hope you have understood children. Same, second one is absolutely same. Now third one, let me see the third one. Draw a line M. See children, the third question says that, your third question, second is homework, third question is saying that you have to draw a line M. So you are drawing the line M. Okay, this is your line M. Now next, draw a line N which is parallel to line M at a distance of 4 cm. As I had told, for this type of question, when distance is given, take any 2 points. So first we will be taking point A and B, then you are drawing perpendiculars at both this point, perpendiculars you are drawing at both this point, and then children, at a distance of 4 cm, so you will be taking 4 cm. Okay, 4 cm, 4 cm, and then you can write the name of the points also. Here you can write the name also if you want, you can write. Okay children, if you want you can write here also, you can write P, here you can write Q, and this is a required line N. Okay, so we can write this is how much, this is 4 cm, this is 4 cm. Therefore we can write line N is parallel to line M at a distance of 4 cm. So children, now with this we have completed practice set 2.3. You will complete this practice set in your classwork book. Okay children, so this is completed, this chapter is over. Okay, now we will be moving with the next chapter. Okay, now students, now let's start with the third lesson, that is indices and cube root. Now since we are lagging behind, so we need to start with the third lesson, that is indices and cube root. Now see children, you are familiar with these two terms little bit in your previous class. We have learned something about indices in the previous classes. So first let us recall what we have learned in the previous class. Now see children, you have learned about the product form, index form, base, number, all that in your previous class, right? So now suppose if I am writing, okay, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this way when I am writing the number, this is nothing but is called as a product form. It is called as what form children? Product form, right? You have learned. Now same this product form children, now I can express this in the index form, right? So how many times 2? How many times? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, when I write this product form in the form of with the base and power, that means 2 raised to 5. Now how many times the base is, how many times this is 2, and how many times 2 it is? 5 times. So when I am expressing this product form into index, so that is nothing but your index form. This is nothing but your index form. Clear children? Here your 2 is called as the base and your 5 will be called as the index, right? So this much you have learned in the previous class. Also children, you have learned laws of indices. You have learned about laws of indices, very important. Last time also when I had taught that laws of indices, and I had stressed on that this is going to be very useful for you all in higher classes. So all the 8-9 laws, children, okay, you are going to learn by heart again. Okay, revise it again and learn. So let us revise now. Here let us see the laws one by one. See children, in your textbook it is given a raised to m. First law is a raised to m into a raised to n will be equal to a raised to m plus n. That means when the base are same, power will be added. Okay children, when the bases are same, powers will be added, and in between what sign is there? Multiplication sign. Okay, now second rule says that a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. That means children, if in between the both the terms there is division sign, then you have to subtract the power, okay, m minus n. Okay, so let us again, first we will write here a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. Second rule says that a raised to m divided by a raised to n, that will be a raised to m minus n. Your third rule will be saying that, okay, third rule says that a into b whole raised to m, so that will be a raised to m into b raised to m. That means children, whenever there is power outside the bracket, this power is applicable to both the terms. Now coming to the fourth rule, okay, I am going according to your textbook only. So a raised to 0 is equal to 1. That means any number, if the power is 0, so that the value of that, okay, that index will become 1. Okay, the value of this term will become 1. A raised to 0 is 1, 2 raised to 0 is 1, 1000 raised to 0 is 1. Now coming to the fifth one, your fifth rule is a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m. Last time also children I had said, if the power cannot be negative, so to remove this you have to take reciprocal of that, that means 1 upon a raised to m. Now sixth one, your sixth rule is saying that a raised to m whole raised to n is equal to, children, when we have power, again outside the bracket also one more power raised to power, that means power to the power. That time children, both the powers will be multiplied, a raised to m into n, and that is a raised to mn. Clear children? Okay. Now seventh one, since we have all learned all these in the 7th standard, so I am going little faster. Now a upon b whole raised to m. Okay children, now here it is in fraction, a upon b raised to m. Then in that case also children, this will be a raised to m upon b raised to m. That means power is applicable, okay, to both numerator as well as denominator. And now eighth one children, your eighth rule is saying that, okay, a upon b, if it is a upon b whole raised to minus m, as I told children, power cannot be negative. So to remove this negative sign, and when the, okay, number is in a fraction, you have to just, now here in case, okay, power was there, but here since only single term was there, only numerator, so you have brought it into denominator. The same way here children, you have to reciprocate the fraction, that means it will become what children, b upon a, and then this will become whole raised to m. That means when, okay, when you are reciprocating the numerator upon denominator, the power becomes positive. And the last rule is saying that, your ninth rule, number 9, is saying that, okay children, what is the rule number, last rule here in your textbook also, 8, okay, 8 rules are there, okay. Last rule is that one, here in this case no children, when m is greater, here m is greater than n, then you are going to apply this, otherwise it will become 1 upon a, what, 1 upon n minus m. So that is one, but here only we can understand. So we have total how many rules? 8 rules are there, and these all the 8 rules you are going to by heart. Okay children. Now let us solve some revision questions are given children. 3 raised to 5 into 3 raised to 2. So that will become how much children? 3 raised to, multiplication sign, so 3 raised to 7. 3 raised to 7 divided by 3 raised to 9. So that will be children how much? 3 raised to 7 minus 9, and that will become, okay, 3 raised to minus 2. 3 raised to 4 raised to 5. So that will become what children? 3 raised to 4 into 5. That means 20. 3 raised to 20. Here 5 raised to minus 3. So it will become 1 upon 5 raised to 3. Okay. Here 5, any number raised to 0 becomes 1. 5 raised to 1 children, 5, any number raised to, if power is 1, so it will be that number itself. Okay, you, if you want children, in that rule, here in the this rule, no, you can write the 9th rule as, okay, any number a raised to 1 is a, okay, 5 raised to 1 is 5, 6 raised to 1 is 6. Okay children, so these you can, as a rule also you can learn, so it will be easy. Okay. Now the next thing is, okay, now here 5 raised to 1 is 5. Now 5 into 7 whole raised to 2. So that means this power 2 is applicable to both 5 raised to 2 into 7 raised to 2. 5 upon 7 whole raised to cube. So it is nothing but 5 raised to cube, 7 raised to cube. Now here see children, 5 upon 7 raised to minus 3. So your what will happen? This numerator denominator will be reciprocal. We will write the reciprocal of this fraction, that will become 7 upon 5, and that power becomes positive. Clear children? So we have completed the some of the rules of the indices, what we have okay, already we have learned in 7th standard, but we have revised these rules. So children, you are going to learn all the laws of indices by heart. It should be on your tip, and you are going to copy in your class book. Children, you will take a new page, write chapter number 3, indices and cube root. In that all these laws you will write, and also using the law write the proper number in the boxes. So these both question children you are copying in the classwork book.